here we go again. It is a windy one today. We have a lot of wind. It is freezing cold as well. A couple of days ago, we even had some snow. Here we go again. We are back together. It is, of course, live and direct from the birthplace of the English language. English Addict is with you again, coming to you live from, well, we all know where it is by now. Come on, Mr. Duncan, hurry up. We haven't got all day.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
We are having fun. I hope today we will have some fun. I really do. Hi everybody. This is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? Do you have one of these on your face at the moment? I hope you do, because we are here together again. It is Sunday, a very windy Sunday. As I mentioned a few moments ago, it is freezing cold. A couple of days ago, we even had snow, and the temperature went very low. -6. 2 days ago, the temperature really did drop. Anyway, my name is Duncan. I talk about the English language. You might say I am one of these. And sometimes one of those, an English addict. We are back together again today. I hope you are having a good weekend. How was your weekend? I've been busy preparing to put up the Christmas tree in the house. Some people might say it's too early to talk about Christmas. Some people still don't want to talk about Christmas, even though now on TV all the Christmas commercials are now on there, trying to get you to buy something for Christmas. And of course, next Friday it is Black Friday, when traditionally many of the big shops will have their super sales. So I'm not sure if you are going to buy something for the Black Friday sales. Personally, from my own point of view, I have no plans to buy anything in the sales. That is all I'm saying. And of course, a lot of people are talking about Christmas for many reasons. Is it too early to talk about Christmas? Now, already in London, I think maybe 2 weeks ago, they actually turned on the Christmas lights in London. So they have been on for quite a few days. And last week in Shrewsbury, which is not very far away from where I live, they also put the Christmas lights on. They turned them on. What about here in Much Wenlock? As I understand, the Christmas lights are not on yet in Much Wenlock, but I am waiting for the invitation to personally turn them on, because normally they have a big celebrity to turn on the Christmas lights every year. So here in Much Wenlock, maybe they will ask me to do it. I'm still waiting for the call, to be honest with you. We have the live chat. We also have a very special celebration taking place today. I can't wait to talk about that. First of all, can we send a big special get well soon to Mr. Steve? Now today, Steve was going to make an appearance on today's live stream. Unfortunately, he has come down with a terrible fever. So yesterday I was taking care of him. So can we all send our warm wishes to Mr. Steve? Get well soon, Mr. Steve. By the way, a lot of people have been asking, why don't you have Mr. Steve on the live chat? Well, I have a big surprise for you, because as Christmas approaches in December, which when you think about it is not very far away, Steve will be joining us as we approach Christmas. Are you excited about that? I really, really hope so. Okay, I can't keep this a secret any longer. Today it is a special day because it is a special birthday. Today it is the birthday of one of our lovely, long-term, cheerful, friendly, energetic English addicts. Today it is the birthday of Luis Mendez. Or should I say, Luis Mendez? Yes, it is Luis's birthday today. Happy birthday to Luis Mendez. It is his birthday today. And there you can see in the studio, I have a lovely photograph of Luis with me. Isn't that lovely? And that was taken earlier this year when we met up in Paris for the big Paris rendezvous. So once again, can I say a big happy birthday to Luis Mendez. Yes, it is official. Luis Mendez is here today, celebrating your birthday in the nicest way. We are all here to cheer and say to you, happy birthday, Luis Mendez. It is always great to see you. Hopefully next year. Now, next year, I won't say how old Luis will be, but next year it is a big birthday, and we are hoping maybe to be with you in Paris on your birthday, Luis. We will see what happens, because there is so much going on at the moment in our lives here in England. I have such big news to tell you, but I can't tell you at the moment. It is a secret. But there is lots of big news, lots of things happening here at the moment. Some big changes occurring in my life and also Mr. Steve's life as well. I can't say anything else. It is still a big secret. That is all I am saying about that. Talking of the live chat, everyone is here today celebrating the birthday of the one, the only, Luis Mendez. Happy birthday to you again. First on today's live chat, oh, well done, Beatrice. You have a very fast finger today. Congratulations to you. You have a very fast finger. In second place, very unusual, Christina is here in second place. It is also nice to see you here. I suppose I should ask, where in the world are you today, Christina? Shilarwa is here as well. Hello to you. Thank you very much for joining me on this Sunday, the 23rd of November. A big special day for one particular person. Also, of course, He is here. I will do it normally, as I always do. A big hello, he is back with us. Luis Mendez is here today. Hello to you, and happy birthday once again. Anton Locastigo is here as well, saying hello there, hello here. Well, hello there, from here to you. So where you are, it is my hello there, saying hello to you. And maybe you will want to reply with another hello there to me. So your hello there will then come to me, and I will receive it and have a big smile on my face, I think. Sadimin is here as well. I am new here, Mr. Duncan. Saeed Amini, who is watching at the moment in Iran. A big hello to you. Thank you very much for joining me today on the live chat. It is nice to see so many people here. Of course, we are here celebrating the birthday of Lewis. We will be taking a look at a very special moment of time that happened earlier this year when myself, Mr. Steve, and some other English addicts met Lewis in person. That coming up a little bit later on. Also, Compartisano is here as well. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Maria Giovanni La Rosa is here as well. A lot of birthdays taking place at the moment, by the way. Many. Florence is here. We also have Claudia. Claudia, I have a question for you. Now, I know it isn't your birthday today, Claudia, but I still have a very important question to ask.
What's cooking, Claudia? What have you got in your pot? What's cooking, Claudia? Is it something spicy and hot? Is it something salty or not? Oh, Claudia, what is in your pot?
Come on, Claudia, tell us what is in your pot today. Perhaps you've already told us, but to be honest with you, I am so excited. I am an excited puppy today because Luis Mendez is celebrating his birthday. And I hope wherever you are in the world, I hope you are having a good day as well. Wherever you are in the world, whatever you are doing at the moment, you are always very welcome on the live chat. Hello to Muslim Heroes, who says, Mr. Duncan, will you celebrate my birthday on the 18th of March? I'm not sure if I'm going to be on that particular day, but I will try my best to be there, to be honest. I will try. Every Sunday, definitely. So if your birthday is on Sunday, then there is a very good chance that I will be here. Another thing to mention, talking of dates, I've noticed this year that Christmas Day is on Wednesday. It is on a Wednesday this year. Will we be doing a special live stream on Christmas Day? I don't know at the moment. Anything could happen when you think about it. In this crazy world of ours, anything could happen. Who else is here? Dorothy is here, wishing Lewis a very lovely birthday today. We have some subjects to talk about as well, because that is the reason why we are here, to talk about the English language, because I love it and I have a feeling you love learning it. we are talking about apostrophes. Now, it is strange how certain parts of the English language can cause arguments, disagreements, and even fights. Can you believe it? But it's true. And one of the most controversial parts of English grammar is the use of apostrophes. You might be surprised to find out just how angry people get over apostrophes, to be honest with you. We will find out all about that later on. Also, being careful. Are you a person who is always cautious? We will talk about that later on as well. Today we are celebrating the birthday of the one and only Luis Mendez. And I thought it would be fun to take a look at the moment that occurred earlier this year when I met up with not just Luis, but also Beatrice. There was also Christina. There was also Mr. Steve. He was with us. And also Francesca as well. And of course the one and only Luis Mendez. This is what happened this year when we all got together in Paris.
Can I let you in on a secret? Here is the secret. The reason why we are here this year is because of that gentleman over there. He is the reason why we are all here. We've all come this year to see Luis Mendez. We have, and there he is. For all those who've wondered, what does Luis Mendez look like? Because you often say hello to him. Well, guess what? You can say hello to him in person right now.
Yeah.
Luis, come on. Oh, come on. A round of applause.
Hello, everybody. Nice to see you with Mr. Duncan's. I'm very pleased to be here with them. I had a nice time in Paris with them too. And now, you know my face, you know me. I'm I'm younger than you thought. You know, a little bit a child.
A chance to learn English, improve English, but I must say, Luis, the other night we were talking, weren't we, in the restaurant, and at first you were a little shy, a little nervous, but after a while we were just talking very freely, very openly, and it was almost as if you were a native English speaker. It was the most amazing night, by the way. We had the most wonderful...
I was relaxed. Once I was relaxed, I can think. It takes time to make my phrase, my sentences,
Yes.
but it's difficult. I old elderly man, you know, nice. I started 13 years ago by the basics to have to be pronounced. Little by bit, speak, it's the most difficult for me. But write is easier. Listening, I can say I'm almost fluently in listening.
Yes, listening, I always think listening is the easiest part. The easiest part of learning English is the listening and the taking in, the absorbing.
Yes.
But the hardest part, as you just said, is the speaking.
There is two parts. Yeah, the physical, the sound, and then the the mental.
Yes.
The mental it is connected
Yes.
with the physic. First, you have to pronounce your words. Then you go more and more. The time reading, the time, how many time you take to read in phrase.
Yes.
You try to read vite, because if you read vite, you don't think in your own language. You think in the the English. You think the English?
It's what I said the other night where we were having the meal. I think it's like anything you do. The first time you drive a car, you are thinking about everything you're doing. And this is for everyone out there as well watching who might be feeling nervous about speaking. Everyone has to learn something, and at the start it's always difficult. It's always hard to do it at the beginning. You are very aware, but as time goes by, it becomes easier. And when it becomes easier, you enjoy it more. But never stop. And I think Lewis is a very good example of that way of thinking, when it doesn't matter. There's nothing stopping you. There is nothing stopping you from doing anything in this life. And Lewis is a very good example.
And when you come here, you feel in family.
Yes.
You are this is English addict. It is one family.
Yes.
I think that's why I always there. I wait anxious for the live stream every Wednesday or every Sunday, because it makes one part of my life.
Yes. Well, that's what I like to think. I like to think we are here together enjoying English, me as your teacher, but also you as the students. And we are together as well as a group. And as you can see, we are here today. We have Lewis, now, I think next, thank you, Lewis. We will speak to Lewis again later, so don't worry.
Bye. Thank you for listening to me, but I'm not very good, or I'm not so good as I should be in English. But I try my best to getting better.
Well, wasn't that amazing? Happy birthday once again to Luis Mendez. And it was a great pleasure meeting you earlier this year. And of course, we will be getting together next year for your big celebration as well. there it was, a brief compilation of our time in Paris earlier this year.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
Fun is the reason why we are here, to have fun and, of course, to learn those lovely words and phrases of the English language. It is a very windy day. We have a lot of wind today, and I'm not talking about Mr. Steve's stomach. I am talking about the weather outside. Freezing cold wind. So even though the weather today is, well, it is supposed to be 7 degrees Celsius today, but I can tell you now, it does not feel like it, because the cold wind is coming from, I think it's Siberia. So as you can imagine, it is a very chilly day here in England. It's a cold one, but I am not feeling cold because my heart is happy with a warm glow as we all celebrate the birthday of Luis Mendez. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you've enjoyed this live stream so far. Something a little bit different. Maybe next year we will have a rendezvous as well. I'm not sure at the moment. As I mentioned a few moments ago, there are some changes taking place in my life and also in Mr. Steve's life as well. Big changes are coming. We will announce the change later as we lead up towards Christmas time. It is English Addict. I'm in a good mood today. I'm going to be honest with you, even though I spent yesterday looking after Mr. Steve because he's not very well at the moment. He has a stinking cold, so he's taking it easy. He was going to join us today. However, he did say, Mr. Duncan, can you make sure that you send Lewis my best wishes for his birthday? So Mr. Steve also says, happy birthday to Luis Mendez. I was one of those people who at the start found it very difficult to pronounce words. Thanks a lot. You helped me with your live streams. Now I feel different. Antonio Castillo. Thank you very much for letting me know. I'm always happy to find out when my lessons are helping you, because sometimes I don't know. I'm standing here in this little studio and I don't really know if this is helping you. So if you want to tell me with a comment, please feel free. It is always a pleasure to hear from you. Today we are looking at something in English which causes quite a lot of controversy. You might not believe this, but something as simple and as small as an apostrophe. The confusing world of the apostrophe. Now, a lot of people ask, Mr. Duncan, English grammar is very confusing. For people learning English as a second language, grammar is confusing, but it is also confusing for us, the native speakers of English as well. So it isn't just students learning English as a second language, it is also people who use English in their everyday lives. And this is a very good example of those problems that come along. In English grammar, the apostrophe can be used in more than one way. So first of all, we will look at how we can use apostrophes in our day-to-day lives. Normally, of course, in writing, or if you are typing, maybe you are sending an email and you want to use correct grammar? Well, the apostrophe can be a little confusing for everyone. First of all, as an indication of a shortened sentence, or quite often we call it a contraction. To contract is to make something smaller. You make something smaller. You contract that particular thing. It is a contraction. So in grammar, for example, we will say, we are. Well, you can also say, where. We are, and the contraction is where. We're going on holiday this year. We are. We are. And you can see there is an apostrophe in the place where the words or the letters are missing. So that is the basic use of an apostrophe when we are using contractions. So if you are writing, typing, whatever it is, we often use contractions, and that is one of the uses of the apostrophe. You can also say that is. With the apostrophe and also the contraction, you can say that's. Don't forget, the apostrophe shows that that is a contraction. We can also have they are. They are, or with the contraction, there, here, they are here. That is my drink. That's my drink. We are going on holiday. We're going on holiday. We are, that is, they are. And you can see quite clearly that the apostrophe is being used to show that it is a contraction. So that is one use. The apostrophe is placed where the omitted letter was. So that is the reason why we put something in place of the letter that has been hidden or omitted. To omit is to remove or leave something out. You omit something. To omit. So when you do that in the form of a contraction, you will always use an apostrophe. A shortened word might also have an added apostrophe. For example, if you want to shorten the word government in writing, that is how you will do it. You are shortening the word. You are removing letters from that word. So in place of those missing words or letters, you will put an apostrophe. So there is another interesting use of the apostrophe as well. Quite often, and this is where a lot of people make mistakes, to indicate the possessive case. When we talk about possessive, we are talking about something that is owned or something that belongs to a certain thing. You are stating that thing as belonging or maybe being part of something. For example, you can say a man's hat. A man's hat. You can see here we have an apostrophe showing that the hat belongs to the man. You can also have the dog's tail. The tail is part of the dog. The dog's tail. That thing is part of the dog. You might say that the tail belongs to the dog. You might also say the bank's money. The bank's money is the money that belongs to the bank. It is theirs. It belongs to them. And the apostrophe clearly shows that that is true. To indicate plurals of abbreviations and symbols, for example, you might have several MDs. MD is normally used to describe a doctor, a medical doctor, a person involved in medicine. But quite often they will shorten, they will abbreviate that term to MD. So if you have lots of medical doctors in one room, we can say several MDs. So there you can see we are using the plural, not the possessive. Also symbols as well, such as symbols used in grammar or numbers when they are written down as the actual number. Enter the room in threes. If a group of people are coming into the room and they are coming in groups of 3 people, we can say they are coming in threes. We are showing that each group consists of 3 people. The title where a plural can be used but is intended as a possessive will have the apostrophe placed at the end of the word. So some words can express the plural, but when we want to show the possessive of that, we simply put the apostrophe at the end. Quite often when we are talking about something that is designed for the use of a certain group of people. For example, teachers' college. Well, of course, teachers can be plural. In this sense, of course, we want to show it as possessive. So we simply put the apostrophe at the end of the word to show that that is being used as the possessive. The use of apostrophes on signs has been a much debated topic over the years. And this is the point I want to make about apostrophes. Quite often people will have arguments, they will fight over the use of apostrophes, and quite often people will make mistakes. Here is a very good example. So you can see here on this shop sign, all of these words are using apostrophes. However, they are expressing it as the plural. So there is no need, they do not need to put apostrophes at the end of those words or in those words. So you could remove the apostrophes from all of those words and they would make more sense because you are talking about plural things. Lots of beds, lots of mattresses, lots of sofas. We are using the plural. So that is the reason why this particular sign is not correct, because they are using the apostrophes incorrectly. Here's another good example. It is not unusual to see signs such as this. Quite often, even in this country, now quite often I do say that this is the birthplace of the English language, and this picture was actually taken in England. So this is someone who has gone a little bit crazy with their use of apostrophes. So none of these apostrophes should be there, because you are talking about things, plural, things that exist in a large quantity, something you are doing every day as part of your business. So all of these apostrophes are in the wrong place. They shouldn't even be there and it is a common problem. Even in British English, a lot of people get it wrong. I'm sure someone is going to ask, Mr. Duncan, what is a cam belt? I think a cam belt is the piece of rubber that goes around all of the drive wheels. I think so. It is moments like this where I wish Mr. Steve was here, because he knows everything about cars. Street signs can also cause debate over one thing, and that one thing is the apostrophe. You can see here the top sign says St. Mary's Walk, but there is no apostrophe. And at the bottom you can see there is an apostrophe, because we are saying that thing relates to that person. It is named after that person. So the name of that road or that street has been named after a person. So normally we will put an apostrophe because it relates to that person. Rather like St. Paul's Cathedral. St. Paul's Cathedral has an apostrophe because it is named after him. Finally, oh dear, the classic market stall apostrophe can still create confusion. So you might see the apostrophe being used in marketplaces. For example, you can see there tomatoes. We are using that word to show the plural. However, there is an apostrophe, but it shouldn't be there. It should not be there. Tomatoes is the plural, not the possessive. Also, you can see there potatoes. Now that is really badly spelt. Potatoes as plural has OES at the end. So that is wrong for two reasons. First of all, it's spelt incorrectly, and also it does not need an apostrophe next to it. There is no need to have an apostrophe next to it. So as you can see, the apostrophe, even though it's a very small thing, it is also something that a lot of people get rather angry about, because they believe that it should always be used in the correct way. So look out for those apostrophes. The next time you see one of those, look out, because if you get it wrong, you might get into serious trouble.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
We are having fun today. It's a windy day, although you can already see that most of the leaves have fallen from the trees. Autumn has definitely arrived, and to be honest with you, it also feels as if winter is here as well. We had snow a couple of days ago. Not much snow, just a little bit of snow. But it was a big shock because the temperature dropped quite a lot. I have to say, it was a big shock when the temperature dropped. Today we are looking at words and phrases of the English language, because that is the reason why I am here. I thought it would be also interesting to take a look at part of life that we often consider when it's too late. To be cautious. So to end today's live stream, I'm looking at being cautious. When we talk about being cautious, quite often we will describe it as being careful. To do something in a careful way. You are cautious. That is how we use the word. It is possible to be cautious. We can also say that you are playing it safe. So this is a very interesting phrase that we use when we are saying that we are being cautious. I am going to be cautious. I am going to be careful. You are playing it safe. You are making sure that you do something safely. You are not taking risks. So we might say that a person is not taking risks. They are being cautious. And I suppose in life, when you are young, I think you are less cautious. I think when you get older, you become more cautious. So I would imagine if you are over a certain age, you are probably a cautious person. However, when you are young, you might not be cautious. You might not be careful. A person might play it cool. To play it cool means to do something carefully, to be cool about something. You are not getting too excited about it. You are taking your time. You are being cautious. To play it cool means to be cautious. You are not pushing your luck. So here is a very interesting phrase that we use in English. If you push your luck, it means you are doing something that might be dangerous, or you are in danger of causing a problem for yourself and maybe others around you. To push your luck, to go too far, is to push your luck. So here we are expressing the opposite. We can say that you are not pushing your luck. You are being careful. You are being cautious. A cautious person treads carefully. As you are walking along, you walk carefully. So in this particular sense, we are using it figuratively, to tread carefully. Your footsteps are placed carefully. You are very careful how you do something. A cautious person will often tread carefully. To take something one step at a time. To take something one step at a time means you do it slowly, carefully. You are being cautious. You are playing it safe. You are not taking risks. You are playing it cool. You are not pushing your luck. A cautious person treads carefully. To take something one step at a time. Of course, it is possible to use the opposite as well. We can express the opposite, which we will look at right now. To go into something too fast is not being cautious. So that is the reason why the word not is in red. We are showing that you are not being cautious. You are actually doing the opposite. Instead of being cautious and careful, you are not being cautious. You are not being careful. You might throw away all caution and do it. Something you have been thinking about doing, but maybe you were a little afraid, a little scared, a little worried or concerned about it. But then suddenly you throw away all caution. You change your mind. You decide to do it. To do something without being cautious is to throw away all caution. You might throw caution to the wind. So this is an expression we use in English to describe the action of not being cautious. You decide to do something that might be dangerous or risky. You throw caution to the wind. You decide to do it, even though it is dangerous. A person who is cautious, a person who is careful, we can say that they walk on eggshells. They are being very cautious. They are being careful. We can say that a person is walking on eggshells. They are being very careful. You take your time. So in this sense, you are being cautious. Underneath is the opposite. To take your time, or you rush in. To be cautious. To not be cautious. You take your time, you are careful, or you rush in without thinking. You rush in. You don't take your time. You are not thinking of the consequences. A person who is not thinking of the consequences is a person who is not being cautious. Consequence is the result of an action. Every action has a consequence. Sometimes the consequence can be good, and sometimes not good. And that is how we often express being cautious and careful and not being cautious, not being careful. We have almost come to the end of today's live stream. I think I've been very cautious today because I was getting very excited at the start of today's live stream, but then I decided to be cautious. I decided not to get too excited, to save my energy. So I will be going in a moment. Can I once again say a big happy birthday to the one, the only, Luis Mendez. Luis Mendez. Happy birthday, Luis. I hope you have a super day. I know it is now coming up to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I would imagine that you are already preparing to have some sort of celebration, or maybe you are planning a visit to maybe some friends or your relatives. Whatever you are doing today, Luis, I hope you have a super day and enjoy every moment of it. I really do. And I really hope we can get together next year on your birthday. That will be amazing. Thank you very much for your company today. I hope you've enjoyed the live stream. It has been different. We've had a big celebration taking place. And, of course, every Sunday is special, especially when you are here with me. English Addict. Every Sunday from 2 p.m. UK time is when I'm here with you. You can catch me live right here on YouTube. Thank you very much for your company. Lewis has to go now. Thank you, Lewis. Have a great day and see you next week. Thank you also, Florence. Thank you to Lena. Thank you also to Christina. Thank you, Bygoglev. And thank you very much to Beatrice. Maurizio is here as well. Hello, Maurizio. I didn't see you here today. Apologies for not noticing you. I have been rather distracted, if I was honest with you, for two reasons. One, I had to do my live stream, and also I am taking care of a sick and weak Mr. Steve. Unfortunately, he has caught a cold. Thank you very much for joining me. I will see you next Sunday, and don't forget to look out on my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. There it is. All you have to do is click the subscribe button and you will never miss any of my live streams or any of my English lessons ever again. So don't forget, if you want to subscribe, follow, and if you like what you've seen today, please give me one of those as well. Thank you very much for your company. I am definitely going now because I can hear Mr. Steve is calling. I think he wants me to give him a bed bath. I don't think so. See you next week. This is Mr. Duncan in the birthplace of the English language saying thank you very much for watching me. You can watch this again later with captions, although it normally takes around 20 hours for YouTube to process the video. So please be patient, but there will be captions later. Thank you very much, and I will see you again. Once again, I will say happy birthday, Luis Mendez, and see you next week. And of course, until the next time we meet here, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Stay happy, stay safe, stay cheerful, even if it's just for me. And I will see you soon. And of course, I don't want to go. I want to stay here all day. But I can't, unfortunately, because I have a sick human being to take care of. Ta-ta for now. See you next Sunday.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun. Say goodbye to Duncan and all the lovely words and phrases of the English language. Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat and discover all the words and phrases of the English language. Learn together and have fun. Duncan on the live chat